Hey there, fellas. In this episode, I suggest we do some car modification. Work on this lovely old Latam. Now, a lot of people are big on weight reduction, right? Use lightweight flywheels, and I'd even seen some stores offer lightweight cam and crankshaft gears. And since we are in the 21st century, available to us we have this wonderful technology known as 3D printing. So I'm super curious to make some of those, fit them to a car and test them. Plastic is obviously going to be lighter than steel, that I'm fairly sure of. And there are a bunch of different ways to print different types of plastic. But I think the expert will tell us everything we need to know. Let's do this. Check this out, guys. Sergey has come out here himself. Hey there. And let's have a look at what he's brought us. I am really, so far all we see is a black box. Oh, they're all different colors. Show us. So here we have 2 printing technologies and 4 types of material. First we have photopolymer printing using resin. These are about the same, right? Yes, it's the same resin. They are close, but the materials are slightly different. This one washes off with water, this with alcohol. They are different colors. That is true. But the photopolymer materials have very similar properties. You mean in terms of reaction to temperature, durability, and all of that? Yeah, it is durable, but it's also brittle. Oh, it's brittle. I think it'll be the first to give up. It's too early to make assumptions. We've yet to try them out. The next one is the most common, PETG. So most bits that get 3D printed, they're usually printed using this material, which is called PETG. PETG, you say? PETG. PETG, I'd better memorize that. The last material, and this is the one I'm betting on will hold up, is called Ultran. It's a polyamide, and it's carbon fiber filled. Oh, so reinforced, yeah? Yep. And you think this is the best one? I think so, yeah. Okay, here we have all of the gears. Ready for the experiment? Thank you very much, Sergey. You're welcome. Now let's put these on a scale, then fit them to a car, and see what comes out of that. Let's carry on. Here we have the stock gears made out of steel. A bit of weight reduction, apparently. But let's put these onto here and see how much they weigh. 802 grams. I mean, you can really feel the weight when you're holding them. Sergey recommended we start with these, and so we will, with the photopolymer gears. Let's place them onto the scale. Yeah, look at that, this is just excellent. 182 grams. And that's a 620 gram difference. That is pretty impressive. Now let's try these. Same number, 182 grams. Now let's try these carbon-filled nylon gears, which are the most durable ones. And that is a mere 145 grams, amazing. That is just wild, I mean, holy cow. 802 and 145. That is an enormous difference. But now let's install them and see how they work. Let's go. So check this out, we've installed the first set of gears, the photopolymer printed ones. The lower gear is slightly more transparent, while the upper gear has got a grayish color to it. We decided not to over-tighten the belt, I mean, it is on tight, just not overly so. Fire it up. It works, holy cow. That is nice. Bring the revs down a bit. That crackle inside the cylinder head is totally normal. Happens all the time. But they are holding up so far. Good stuff. So the material is durable enough to hold on to the tab and to maintain camshaft rotation. They're holding up, and quite well, I'd say. Neat. This is actually pretty great. It starts, all of that is good, but let's install the wheel and go out for a drive. Okay, it started. And stop with the buzzing, why is it doing that? And now we're about to find out how our lightweight gears... What do you mean that's a wrap? Really? Don't upset me like that, I was just about to go for a drive. Belt isn't moving? What a shame. As soon as I wanted to go for a drive, this happened. Yeah, that's it. It has snapped. The crank kept on turning while the cam gear was sitting in place. But also, take a look at this. When we started undoing the timing belt, take a look at what happened to this gear. Right from the center of the tab, a crack has developed. It wouldn't have been long before this gear would have fallen apart. But now let's take these gears made from PETG and try them out. So look here, the PETG gears are in there. Fire it up. Alright, so again, on the surface, everything looks like it's working. It's all good. They can tolerate this amount of stress, but we were told that this material is slightly more durable. Let me give it some gas. Things seem to be in order. Everything seems to be fine, everything works. Hopefully these will allow me to go out and drive for a bit, or maybe even a lot. Let's get to it. We've rolled out and, oh. Now let's drive around. We are moving, very nice. Yeah, it's more for sure. There wasn't any wheel spin before. Even in the winter. I mean, there probably was in the winter time. Not in the summer, though. Alright, so it would seem like things are going very well this time. Okay, so from here... we've established that everything works, and quite well. The belt isn't skipping teeth. The gear is holding onto the tab. Yeah, this is all pretty good. This tells me that we are on the correct path. Terrific. But what do we need to do? Since Sergey did tell us... Oh, wait a second. Something's up. That's it, full throttle and it won't rev. It might have skipped a tooth. And it stalled. No, don't touch anything. Doesn't want to start. Well, they've definitely gotten hot. I'll remind you that this sort of plastic does not like heat. And if we look down at the nut and the bolt, we do have a nut down there which acts as a spacer, and look at this. You can tell that the plastic has gotten squeezed out. The reason being that it was heated up by the crankshaft, the bolt, the nut, and so on. And at a certain moment it looks like it started to get soft and melt, with the gear shifting its position. The timing was thrown off, engine doesn't work. Okay, let's push the car inside, remove them, and have a closer look. Check this out, guys. We've removed them, and this is what happened. Around the part that locks, so the plastic melted, it became soft, and it was displaced. And this is the result. Of course, that would have thrown off the valve timing. Engine operation was deteriorating, right up until it stalled. All because they were no longer synchronized. Okay, guinea pig number 3. First of all, this one is light. Second, we're told it's very durable. Also, it has much better heat resistance. And so let's get these on and try them out. Let's go. So the gears are in place, the ones made out of carbon-filled nylon. Let's try them out, fired up. This was to be expected. At the moment, everything is working fine, the car starts. Switch it off. Fire it up. Yeah, everything works great. Now I think we should switch it off. Let's throw a wheel on, go outside, and make an attempt at driving around. Revving the engine while parked, driving around some more, revving it again, giving it some beans. Okay, assemble and off we go. Here we go. We'll just drive along and observe, allow everything to heat up, and if it works, well, it won't work for eternity, obviously. I mean, even steel wears out over time. What with the belt contacting it? As we all know, soft always comes out on top over hard. And at the end of the day, rubber slips, you get wear. But now let's find out how plastic and rubber work together. If they can withstand the temperatures, that will be just awesome. Yeah, this is just superb. This thing properly hauls. Excellent. It pulls nicely with the valve timing in order and so on. Okay, so I've been driving around. It is very happy to move. The gears are holding up, and this is just great. I am giving the engine plenty of revs right now. And everything is working just fine. But what if I try doing this? Switch it off. Everything is nice and warm. It starts. This material deals with heat and stress very well. Though quite obviously this isn't steel we're talking about. It's plastic. Yes, it has been enhanced. Stuff has been added to it. Additives that allow it to handle such stress. To give it that extra bit of durability. But it's holding up. Look at that. Let me go have a look myself. They're not breaking, why are you hiding? Afraid that a piece will... Okay, so the engine is hot. You can definitely tell it is. We have smoke, oil is burning off. Oh, wow. The cam has definitely gotten very hot. But if we touch the gear, it's not really all that hot. Unlike the bolt. Looking at it, I don't see any obvious damage. But if yeah. When I try to bend it with my hand, you'll notice that it does move around. Yeah, check that out. It has gained some elasticity, but it can tolerate the stress. I suggest we drive some more. He says he's good at breaking stuff, well, feel free. I did break that clutch. Well, a clutch is one thing, try breaking these cam gears. While we look on. To see how good a job you do. He's really trying to break them. Locked him in there. Alright, I give up. There's nothing I can do. Nothing you can do? What do you know? So here's the situation. This material, this carbon-filled nylon, is holding up. And that is terrific. Will you look at that? If you're looking for lightweight parts for your engine, this is the move. We've tested this and it works. I'd say this has been a 107% success. Everything worked, they held up, tolerated the heat and the stress, and that is just awesome. And now that we have access to 3D printing, send us some suggestions. We can try something else, something that would be really interesting. And that's all I got for you. Watch us, subscribe, send in your suggestions, comment. Give us a big thumbs up. Alright, catch you later.